Welcome to the Now I'm Ashley.
I'm John.
Look at everyone. YouTube is cracking down on creators again. But this one is for the creators who screw everyone else over.
Oh, good.
In light of even more facepalm-worthy antics from creators like Logan Paul, who is now serving a fresh ad suspension thanks to more ridiculousness on his YouTube channel. YouTube's enforcing some new policy changes.
Feels like we've been here before, doesn't it?
Several times.
Yeah, maybe this time they'll actually go after the content creators who hurt things for everybody instead of, you know, all the little guys they put the squash on like last time.
Yeah, but that's not as easy.
Either way, it sounds like this company is about to be more hands-on.
Oh boy, these changes were announced via a new YouTube creator blog post by Ariel Barden, Vice President of Product Management at YouTube, as well as a new YouTube support page. In the creator blog post, Barden called out that the egregious actions of a handful of YouTubers harmed the reputation of the broader creator community among advertisers, the media industry, and most importantly, the general public.
Man, I wonder who they could be talking about.
No idea!
So vague. Well, YouTube went on to outline a number of new rules to keep creators in check, which really it seems like we shouldn't have to spell out shit like don't upload dead bodies to YouTube. But, you know, we're here, this is what we're gonna do.
That's the way we live now. The blog post said, in addition to our community guidelines strike system, all creators should be aware of potential consequences for any severe or egregious actions that cause significant harm to the YouTube community. While these instances are rare, they can affect all YouTubers and damage trust among users, creators, and advertisers. Creators who cause widespread harm to the YouTube community may lose access to creator privileges and benefits.
Following that, they listed the rules you shouldn't break. Actions that aren't allowed include severely or egregiously violating the community guidelines.
Which you would think would be, you know,
easy to understand.
Yeah, but I guess not.
Things like no graphic or hateful content, no nudity, threats, or harassment nudity, or whatever that is. And also seeking to monetize those kinds of videos. That's a no-no.
The company went on to point out that sometimes these situations are a bit nuanced and require additional context, but they did outline examples like if a creator conducts a heinous prank where people are traumatized, promotes violence or hate towards a group, demonstrates cruelty, or sensationalizes the pain of others in an attempt to gain views or subscribers.
Next, they outlined the specific punishments. If a creator breaks these rules in a severe way, they could see temporary ad suspension, losing access to the creator program, or barred from their videos landing on the trending list.
Ooh, there's like 10 videos on the trending list.
How do you get on the trending list even in the first place, then get barred?
Can we get on it so we can get booted off it?
Step one.
Radical. However, if these infractions continue, or if the offending action is really severe, YouTube states it reserves the right to remove creators from the preferred program, or that any YouTube originals in development can be canned, which, I mean, we've already seen that happen a couple of times.
In addition to that, however, they said creators will potentially lose their right to serve ads on their videos at all, along with various other creator support functions from YouTube. And to top it all off, egregious offenders will also be removed from YouTube's recommended videos feature, which can be a huge traffic driver on the platform.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest elements for discoverability for a lot of people.
It kind of is the traffic driver for the entire platform.
The idea is that YouTube wants creators to recognize that they hold influence and they need to act responsibly so as not to bring a bad name on the entire community of creators, and they also want to prevent the actions of a few from affecting the livelihoods of everyone else on the platform.
Yeah, and come on, the elephant in the room here is basically Logan Paul and other creators just like him without specifically naming names of those others. The company announced early Friday that due to a recent pattern of behavior, they're going to temporarily suspend all ads on the YouTuber's account. Yeah,
Paul's most recent antics following the fallout from his extremely controversial Suicide Forest video included stuff like encouraging his followers to do the Tide Pod Challenge. Don't do that. Pretending to perform CPR on a gasping fish out of water that was suffocating. And to top it all off, tasering a dead rat. I mean, it was dead, I guess it's got that going.
Well, that's such a quality boy right there. In a statement provided to The Verge when they made that move, YouTube said, "This is not a decision we made lightly. However, we believe he has exhibited a pattern of behavior in his videos that makes his channel not only unsuitable for advertisers, but also potentially damaging to the broader creator community."
So these just announced guidelines are simultaneously new and kind of not new at the same time. We've seen them employ a lot of these tactics a few times already, which means that it's nothing earth-shattering in terms of how they're gonna police content or dish out punishment. We've seen creators lose their original series. The demonetizing a channel is new-ish.
Yeah.
But, we have seen each of these executed individually.
Yeah, however, it is new in the sense that before these were all part of some unofficial playbook that is now more transparent.
Which is good.
Yeah, for a long time, YouTube seems to have wanted to maintain the idea of being very hands-off with its creators. However, some not so great incidents by prominent YouTubers over the last year or so have in some ways irreparably harmed the platform.
YouTube actually acknowledged that in the blog post. In some of his concluding thoughts, Barden wrote, "In the past, we felt our responses to some of these situations were slow and didn't always address our broader community's concerns. Our ultimate goal here is to streamline our response so we can make better, faster decisions and communicate them clearly."
Yeah, some of those responses he's talking about are no doubt referring to the last time Paul got in trouble and how the company responded in the weeks that followed. When that happened, many of YouTube's policy changes seemed more directly aimed at smaller channels than the big offenders like Paul.
Right, well, at the time, they changed the eligibility requirement for monetization to 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and at least 1,000 subscribers. Now, that's not a problem for some channels, but it is particularly hard for someone that specializes in something like, say, animation, which are shorter videos, and so it can be harder to rack up that kind of watch time.
Yeah, needless to say, people weren't too happy because they felt like it didn't directly address the actual problem, which was when someone with the magnitude of a Paul or a PewDiePie does something that gains a lot of bad publicity and advertisers, they start bailing.
Right, because if the advertisers all bail, then no one gets monetization.
Yeah.
But these newer guidelines, or rather the now published and official guidelines, do seem like maybe they're getting a little bit closer to the mark.
Of course, there's always going to be the concern from content creators about censorship and YouTube being a bit too heavy-handed, which is no doubt why the company stayed tight-lipped on these kinds of things for so long. Part of what made YouTube such a success is that their hand was kind of off the steering wheel, with creators and the audience shaping its meteoric rise.
Right, so we'll have to see if this means the company is now having to parent videos and creators more often, if they'll be able to maintain a safe distance. And one of the appeals of YouTube for a lot of people was that it felt very Wild West. You can do anything on the platform, you can post whatever content you make and make money off it, and that's the dream. But we're getting to a point now as well with advertisers being so gun shy that that just can't last. So
yeah,
now we're entering this new age of YouTube.
The Wild West makes good movies. In reality, people just died all the time in the Wild West. It wasn't cool.
Not a great life expectancy.
Dysentery killed like 80% of anybody.
Gross.
Hey, speaking of which, what do you guys think of YouTube's new bad creator policies? Are they necessary and effective, or is YouTube intervening too much? Let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on YouTube and its creators and all the dysentery, like this video, if you're new around here, subscribe to The Know. In addition to our community guidelines strike system, all creators should be aware of potential consequences for any severe or egregious actions that cause... It is egregious, right?
Yeah.
Agreed, okay. Or subscribers.
Next, they outlined how to say the word specific.
Specific.
It was very hard.